beginning July 31, 2011, ending July 31, 2013. And it just depends. We can do it either the 2 years or we can do it the 4 years. And you're also in 12 asked to appoint Judith King to the Stark County Dog Board and Advisory Board. And there again, the term begins July 31, 2011, and then again either 2013 or 2015. That's up to the board. This would fill the 7 members that was needed for this board. We also have Sally Rash with us and Judith King. Yes. And we wanted to come in and just to say hi to the board.
Well, we appreciate you serving, taking time to be part of this. It's very effective, and we thank you for your volunteerism. Number of years, do you have any?
If you would, just briefly, just tell us your reason for wanting to be on the Dog Advisory Board.
I'm Judy King. I haven't been on the board before, but I've recently submitted an application. I've been volunteering at the pound for 2 years. I'm there at least 1 day a week, and sometimes 2, and sometimes 3. I think I have a pretty good understanding of what's going on at the pound, and obviously everybody knows we have problems, and I would certainly like to help be a solution to the problems.
Thank you. Yeah.
I'm Sally Rouse, and I have been serving since 2009. I actually started serving because of a term that someone did not fulfill, and I was appointed to fulfill that term and then continued on. And I would also like to continue. I hope that I will be also part of the solution. I know we have some hurdles to overcome, and I would like to still, participate.
Okay, we're here today with 2 appointees to the Stark County Commissioners Dog Pound Advisory Board. And I'll have each one of you introduce yourself. We'll start with you, Ms. King.
I'm Judith King.
Okay, and Ms. Rouse.
I am Sally Rouse.
And Ms. Rouse, you have been on the board for a period of time. And how long has that been?
I've been since 2009. 2009.
And the 2 of you, and of course you can select the order, is when you discussed your interest in the dog pound with the commissioners before they appointed you, you referred to, there's problems out at the pound. So could you be a little more specific for the readers of the Stark County Political Report?
Shall I start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. It seems obvious that the pound was established and the employees were established to serve in a capacity that is not current. And people have been trying to tweak it and try and fit like a square peg in a round hole, because the whole basis of it doesn't fit this philosophy of animal control as it is today. It's more of a shelter and trying to rehome these dogs than when the dog pound was founded and when these employees started to perform their jobs. So there's a big disconnect there. It's not functioning well, and something needs to be changed.
In your opinion, has there been an improvement with the appointment of a new warden?
I think we've lost some ground in some areas that I would like to see changed. She's not getting cooperation, I don't think, from the staff in place.
Okay. And where do you think the ground's been lost?
I would say our neuter and spay policy. It had been, as far as I know, from the description that I have of the policies and procedures for the pound. It's supposed to be mandatory that dogs that are adopted are spayed or neutered, and this has not been happening.
Okay. And Ms. Rouse, your opportunity to weigh in on what you think the condition of the program is out at the Stark County Dog Pound?
The original, I think, purpose was a catch and kill situation where, as Judy had mentioned, things have really changed in the past years. Now we're trying to readopt these dogs and get them back into the community in good homes, and that should be more the purpose of the pound. Unfortunately, there's an overpopulation there, and so many of the animals have to be euthanized, which is something that we would like to prevent.
So with the new dog warden, progress, status quo, or has there been a deterioration?
I think initially there's been a deterioration, and I would agree with Judy that there isn't the cooperation that there should be there. There's volunteers that come in every day, and I think sometimes the staff is not cooperative with the volunteers and what they're trying to do, what they're trying to accomplish.
Okay, is this something you think the warden has control over, or needs to gain control over? How would you express that?
I would like to see her have a little more control over this particular situation.
To be more assertive? Is that, I don't want to put words in your mouth.
Well, yeah, the volunteers are really an integral part of what's going on down there. If it weren't for the volunteers, these animals would never get out of their cages, and the volunteers help the staff quite a bit, actually.
And the staff resists the volunteers, right?
Well, you've got a union situation involved there, and that makes it a little more difficult because, you know, volunteers sometimes are looked at as taking someone's job, which is not really the case here, you know. The volunteers are trying to assist and help where they can. So.
Anything either one of you would like to add that I haven't asked you?
I think I'd just like to add that the facility itself doesn't really help the situation because it was made for a 72-hour hold and kill facility, and so trying to keep it clean, trying to keep the dogs healthy, which are efforts that are being made now, they don't really work in a facility like that. You can't keep it clean. It's infested with rodents.
They need a new facility?
Well, ultimately, that would be really nice, yes. That would be very helpful. But as it is now, the facility doesn't enhance the efforts of people to keep the dogs alive.
We are also going to be having a fundraiser coming up in September. I believe it's the 9th, which is a reverse raffle, and that is to help with the ventilation system, and I'm not sure what else they will do with the money, but
that's what it's for.
That's the main purpose of it. So we would like everybody to support our efforts in that. So.
Well, thank you.